Hey, what's up guys, it's Veil of Huntress and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nita and yeah, welcome if you are new. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, and don't forget, if you have subscribed, to hit the notification bell so every time I upload you get notified. Yeah, thank you for my clients, the new people that have been booking in readings with me. Yeah, I'm so grateful. And yeah, if you do want to leave any reviews, you can just send me an email back from which you got your reading. I'm always happy to take your name out as well if you want that to be private too. So like, I'm more than happy to do that. Yeah, so yeah, if you want to follow me on any of my other social media links, all my links for my Insta and my TikTok is down in the description box as well. If you do want to work one-on-one with me, I have opened up a few more spots for my coaching, which is one-on-one, where you can work with me. So if you do want to work with me, you can, that's like a personal one-on-one where we'll do like a live session online, and then you get 30 days of unlimited support as well through voice notes and texts. So you can pretty much have me supporting you on your goal, and it's mainly for entrepreneurs. Yeah, depending on when you are listening to this as well. So yeah, depending if it's still open. But yeah, currently I have a few more spots left, so you can find the link and everything else about the coaching, which will be yeah, when you click on the link, it will take you to my website. If you do want to book a personal reading with me as well, you can find my details down below too to book a reading. Great, so today's reading is going to be what makes you so attractive? Why are you magnetic AF? So, and again, I'm going to do an extended as well today for my Patreon people. So that will be, I'll leave the links for each pile. If you do want to join me on the extended and join my Patreon, you are so more than welcome. You get a whole heap of other psychic readings, exclusive readings that I don't have here on YouTube, podcast readings, moon readings. I've also got some journeys on there as well. So a whole heap of stuff that is pretty much exclusive only to Patreon and all the other extended readings too, and so you'll get access to all of that. So yeah, that's all. Yeah, I'll leave the links for each pile. Great, so I think I've covered everything. Great. So what I'm going to be doing, to I didn't really explain, is I'm going to be reading the messages. I'm going to be reading the messages. I'm going to be looking at your picture, which will be on my iPad, and then I'm going to be reading the picture and just channeling what comes through from spirit for you. I'll pick some tarot. We'll go through the tarot as well to get any additional messages. And for the extended, I have pre-written messages that I'll read on the extended, and like I just tuned into each picture and they gave me specific messages. So it was kind of like the energy, it's kind of like your higher self and the energy of like you were coming through. And so yeah, you told me a whole heap of stuff and I've written that down. So I feel it was like your higher self had some messages for you, which was actually quite interesting to tune into each photo before. So I'm yeah, pretty excited to get into this, and I've got a good feel for the energy of each pile. So yeah, well actually first I'll show you the pictures of your selections. So this is going to be, I'll put the pictures up here, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Yeah, let's jump into pile number 1 and why are you so attractive and what makes you magnetic AF. I'm going to try not to swear. Okay. Pile 1. And then we'll do your extended as well. So I'm just going to be looking at your picture that you chose here on my iPad, if you're wondering what I'm doing. And then we'll pick some cards too, and then I've got your channeled message that will go through, that I'll read to you on my Patreon too, and then we'll go a bit deeper into the reading. So what makes you attractive? I'm almost getting the sense that you are, yes, as I say, obviously you're very beautiful. But I get a sense too with this that you perhaps maybe shy away, or there's a little bit of not wanting to reveal this or not wanting to show this, because I feel there's so much like I feel there's so much more to you, and so much more that you maybe don't reveal to a lot of people, because I see you're very sexy and alluring, and what makes you attractive is like there's a couple things, because it's almost like you would hide this unless you felt you don't, like, you'll only show it if you feel safe, I feel. Or perhaps maybe really if you're in love. There's this whole thing that I'm getting about love with you. And this whole thing about I'm hearing I just want to be loved. I just want to be like adorned. It's like, and I know I'm going on a tangent, but I'm just going to channel whatever comes through. So it's like there's something here where what makes you so attractive is you it's like I'm just feeling that maybe you don't show this attractiveness to many people, or there is something that is very sultry and like the seductress sexy about you, but I'm almost feeling like, do you show this to a lot of people, or is it only when you feel safe that this kind of would come through, is what I'm getting. Because it's almost her with like, it's like her and she looks so beautiful if you kind of like look behind the flowers and look, but you can only see like a part of her face, and it's almost like, because I'm also hearing like there might be something you're hiding. So whether this is yourself, or whether, you know, like the real self, or this attractiveness, this beautiful, you know, like you have that beautiful energy, but I'm also just sensing there's something here where there's like you're maybe only showing half of it. Because it's like she has a massive bouquet of flowers, which is like covering most of her up, and it's like if you look really closely then you see like the half of her face, yeah. And then it's like this aesthetically beautiful person. So I'm almost kind of getting this, I'm kind of getting like this thing about feeling comfortable in that energy, and I'm getting like a vulnerability about you. So what makes you attractive is perhaps this is what people sense about you, because obviously you're very beautiful, but it's almost like I feel maybe you hide this away a bit, but really deep down in your core you're like just, let's have you just set me free, or you would show this to certain people. It's almost like this half of you, it's like a half, it's like a split. So I feel like there's more to you. And I'm hearing too that you don't trust a lot of people. So I know this is about why you're so attractive, but this is what Spirit's telling me. So I'm just going to roll with it. They're just telling me about you. I'm also getting something about healing. So I feel that maybe at the moment you're going through some type of healing. There's something wrapped around you. So this could be some type of protection that you have done or that your guides have done. But there's something here where there's a healing energy. I'm also getting to that. I'm also getting like there's also I'm also getting like a guide with you too that is very close to you. So whether this guide is helping you at the moment with this healing that you're going through, there's something about you and love and healing that I'm getting. And almost like I feel this beautiful, like that sexy energy that I was picking up on. I'm almost feeling like you're keeping that for yourself. You're like, you can kind of look at me and you can look at me from like, you know, like this much of me, but there's so much more to me. And there's almost a sense, like I said, it's like half of you, there's a part of you that you're keeping to yourself. So whether this is because you're going through some type of healing at the moment, and there's a guide that you have that is very close to you is what I'm getting. And they're very much, I feel there's a lot of protection around you at this time. And I'm kind of, I know this is like going on a tangent, but I'm just going to say it. And I'm getting to that your guides, or whoever this guide is, you might have more than one guide. You might know who your guide is giving, there's something about like a self-love, and they're actually giving you this like love, because I'm just getting, there's something about love here. Like you've gone into, like you're in this type of cycle, or you're in something right now where it's like you are, there's some type of connection here, like a heart connection, a soul connection. There's some type of healing occurring, and like this is going to mean different things for many of you. There's a lot of like heart like opening and healing. And I feel this is because you are going to be transitioning into something new, something like there's something coming for you. So I kind of went on a tangent, but Spirit was just like letting me know that. So obviously it's important. So what makes you magnetic? I feel that you are very aesthetically beautiful, but it's almost like I was saying, I feel like you do normally get a lot of attention, and there's something at this moment, whether, like I said, you're going through this healing or something, where you you are wanting to keep like this energy to yourself because you're going through something. Like I said, there's some type of heart activation, healing connection. Like I said, there's something going on here. I'm kind of feeling too, you've been getting like, there's something here coming through with your psychic awareness and why this healing is coming through too. Because almost I feel that there's something about your gifts, and I'm hearing potential coming closer to you and you opening up more to this. And this is why you're going through this at the moment. There's something opening up in your psychic like awareness. There's something new opening here. I feel that what makes, like I see, what makes you very attractive and magnetic is, I feel you know that you have this quality and this, like, because I can see that. But like I said, it's at this time, it's being kind of like hidden because you're going through something. Or you're transitioning, you're healing, something is going on. But it's like I feel you would get a lot of attention, especially, I'm just going to say because it's a general reading, but I'm getting light curves too. But like I'm just going to say everything because it's a general reading, right? So I'm reading for a few of you. There's also something about, like I'm getting like a classic beauty as well. There's something very classic and sophisticated, but I'm almost hearing like you're transitioning into something different. I'm hearing you're tired, like you're kind of tired of something. I'm hearing you were tired of the attention because maybe it's not. Here's a few things. Sometimes it's not the attention you want, and I'm also hearing because you're going through this kind of like healing activation at the moment. You are feeling a lot of energy is what I'm getting. So you're kind of not wanting this because you're picking up on things energetically is what I'm getting. And I'm almost getting like this red and this passion is like this love and this activation in yourself. Like this is amazing. It's almost like you are magnetic, you have this sensual quality, but there's almost something here activating where this is for you, and it's like there's something opening up here within you. Like the passion, the root chakra, there's a lot of like primal energy, but this is like all for you is what I'm getting. Want something new is what I'm hearing. Okay, let's pick a few cards. It's like I could go forever, and then these readings are like these readings are long and it's still very extended. Okay, interesting. There's a lot of energy here. There's a lot of things going on. You might be finding like you want to be alone quite a lot as well, is what I'm getting. It's like I feel like the sexual energy too, you're wanting more to build within yourself, but this is kind of for you at this time, is what I'm getting. Okay, I'm going to pick a few cards and then we'll yeah, you're definitely going through some type of transition because something has happened. Okay, I'll show you the cards. I'll just pick one more. Let's pick this one. Yeah, you are going through something. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, we have the Strength card in reverse, which is the Nine of Wands in reverse. We have the Chariot here. We have the Ten of Swords. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune at the back of the deck. I'm wanting something new. Whether this is because I'm feeling like healing around love. Like going to the next level, and this is why there's kind of this stage of you. There's kind of this stage of you feeling like you want to be kept alone, feeling like yeah, because like I so went on a tangent, but I feel like this is kind of important because you know aesthetically you're beautiful, you look good, you have a classic look, people. You're always getting attention is what I'm getting, but like that healing was coming through as like this was what Spirit wanted to say was kind of like more important. there's definitely something here with this Ten of Swords that I can see. There's some type of activation going on in your heart, like I said. Look. There's literally like, on this Ten of Swords, there's like a heart in the middle and then those swords like piercing the heart. So this is going to mean different things to different people, but there is some type of activation. So you're feeling awful, there's something here, but this is because you need to kind of go through however this activation in your heart is happening for you, because it's helping you to speed up something here with your gifts and your, I'm hearing like prophetic dreams. There's something here about a spiritual, more of an awareness. It's coming closer to you. It's coming more stronger. Like I said, you have a guide that is very much very close to you at this time. You might already know this, so this will be confirmation. Let me know down below. But this is because it's helping you to move now to the next stage, because it all stems from within you, right? Everything that happens within you, within your heart, within your sight, like this is all happening within, so therefore things will change in your life on the outside, whether this is going to, like I'm hearing for some of you, going to change around career and in like your love life too. But this is all like heart activation stuff for sure, is what I'm getting, to help you feel more whole and within yourself, is what I'm getting. So I'm going to read this channel message on my Patreon, and we're going to go a bit deeper. If you want to join me over there, and I'm going to keep reading, click on the link and you're so more than welcome. Please don't forget to like this video because it does really help my content, and please leave me a comment because I always love reading your comments. Thank you so much for letting me read for you, and I'll see you over on Patreon. Hey, what's up, pile 2, and welcome to your reading. Oh, okay. So I'm going to be reading your picture that you chose on my iPad, and then we're going to pick some tarot to go a little bit for me to connect in a bit more, and then I've got your channeled message here that I've written out, and then I'm going to be reading that on my Patreon. So this is an interesting group. You're wondering what else is out there. And I'm getting a lot of random messages, and I know the topic is why do people find you attractive, so we'll get to that, but I always just say what Spirit tells me to say, so you're obviously here for a reason. Okay. What makes you so attractive? I feel that you're so used to getting attention. Like, move this a bit. I feel that you're very used to people giving you attention. I feel like you've always had this, so I feel like this isn't something new. I'm also getting with you as well, there's something about like a connection to the moon. So I feel like there's you have a lot of feminine energy to you, have a lot of feminine charm, and the moon's coming through as like, I feel like you are very intuitive as well. And that moon energy coming in is like, people sense this about you. Like you pick up on, like, because you have that, you know, the moon energy is like goddess energy, but very interchangeable. So I feel that you would get a lot of attention as well, but like that energy being very interchangeable is like, it depends on your mood. You could have like a lot, like, it's funny. You could have like a lot of, which I feel is very like a lot of us, right? Because I did hear you can get quite moody as well. But that's like a lot of us. There's something with you and the moon and this connection that they're like showing me. But I just get the sense that you've always had a lot of attention. You've always had a lot of eyes on you. For some of you, not all, because it's general reading, but I'm just going to say everything that comes through. Some of you, I am getting like, might be, you know, not for all of you, but like I'm getting something about you being quite petite as well as coming through. And for some of you, there's like, there's a few things, because I'm getting like, there's something about your face. You could have like quite a full face. So you like this moon energy too. So you might have that, like, it could be something in your chart too about like this little like moon. And there's like, for some of you too, you could have very, just showing me like very like quite open eyes, or there's something about quite like moon-like about your eyes. I just get this thing, they keep telling me that you're attractive, you're magnetic AF, but you've always had this, like, it's like nothing new to you. And I also get that I want to say like people always want to give to you as well. They might want to give you gifts, or they might like to, you might get free things. That's what I'm getting. Or I'm hearing some of you get like tips. It's funny. But it's almost like you have people romanticize about you. You have like this way about you that's almost like you can't figure out. Because they're like, is this person romantic, soft? But they also have this other side that could be getting kind of naughty, or kind of like, yeah, I think you have like a whole other side to you as well. Especially with like these like knee-high, like these knee-high boots. Whatever, I don't know what like material they are. Whatever these boots are, you know, like what's like, you can't see it, like the shiny kind of like, I don't know what they're called, anyways. But then she's like lying on kind of like a bedspread with these kind of like romantic like flowers, and it's like soft and romantic. So maybe people would feel attracted or see you in one way. And like I said, because your mood changes, so you could have like many facets where you come across with like a romantic energy, a soft energy, but then you could have like a don't F with me and this total like dominating, like sexy, more spicier side to you that maybe they wouldn't know about. But I feel that there's this kind of romantic vibe to you, and that's what people find attractive to you. But your energy is very, like, what makes you magnetic is like, it's like your energy shifts. Like, you're not just this one magnetic energy. It shifts in different forms and different ways, so it comes across quite differently all the time. So I feel like a lot of people wouldn't be able to work you out, or they'd think you're like just romantic, and then if they got to know you a little bit more personal, then they would see that there's like this whole other like bad side to you, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's not even like, this whole thing where I said people want to give to you, they want to please you. And I also just get the sense that you're not like interested. You might just not be interested. Like I said, you're like, there's something here where it just isn't. Yeah, I feel like because you get a lot of interest or you get a lot of offers, you're not always that interested or keen, is what I'm getting about you. There's something about like these crystals being like placed around her in this picture, where this is like some type of activational healing or something that you're manifesting, because there's like some type of like grid or something, you know, when you use crystals and grids to manifest. There's like you're trying to manifest something. I'm also hearing too, so I know this is like, but I'm just like a seven channel, everything that comes through. There's something here in this lifetime where you have come to clear a lot of karma, or there's some, so when, okay, so it's kind of like when you're connecting with people or different people, I feel like you meet a lot of people, or you're, you know, being with a lot of people, or there's something here like connections, a lot of something here where they have like past life connections and something being cleared from you from past lives is what I'm getting. You also work in a way that you're transmuting other people's pain too, like I said, because there's something with you and a lot of connections. So however this means, it's going to be different for everyone, but there's something like you are connecting with a lot of people and clearing a lot of stuff, and this is like stuff from other lives, and this is also connected to your it is connected to your ancestral line, but I'm hearing it's from, there's something here with like connections from all these past lives. And that's why maybe you'll meet a lot of people, but because you get a lot of attention, and that's why you look the way you do, because you're meant to meet a lot of people, you're meant to come into contact with a lot of people, because it's I'm hearing helping you to clear out a lot of these, something with old stuff from like past lives. Because it's almost like I feel you went through a lot in the past, or, you know, you go through a lot, you feel a lot, and you feel other people's pain, and sometimes that's why you meet a lot of people and you're just like, what was the point of that? There's some, because then you're just like not interested, but you meet a lot of people, and that's why they're saying you look the way you do, because you're clearing out all this stuff from past lives is what I'm getting. You're transmuting a lot of stuff, and like, you went through all this darkness, all this kind of like trauma, I want to say, all this stuff where you feel this kind of more darkness, but it brings you, it's like you transmute it into light. And that's how you manifest, I'm hearing. There's something that you're trying to manifest is what I'm getting. So let's pick some cards. Very interesting. So most too, I feel you need a lot of protection energetically, which you probably already know, because you get a lot of attention. I'm hearing some of you might hide your psychic abilities from people. You keep it kind of like, like you know shit, and you just like, you don't tell people. Yeah, the Knight of Cups. Everyone wants to gift to you. I'm hearing like, and I hear like people try and like want to heal you. You have a lot of admirers. Six of Cups. A lot of soul connections, like I said, right? And the Nine of Swords. So, on the bottom of the deck, I don't know if I said that was the Five of Swords. You go through a lot of connections. You go through a lot of, like, there's a lot of ties here with people. And that's why I was saying you have this attractiveness to you. But you're also someone who has been around for a very long time. And you're very connected to the moon and this goddess energy. Or how, but it's just giving me this. They're showing me this because it's like this person's very intuitive. They're very clued on. But almost too, like, you've been through a lot. You've been through a lot because you're transmuting a lot of energy. I feel like you already know this. And dependent on, like, this reading is gender neutral, but dependent is a lot of things too around womb energy, womb healing coming through as well. But you're very, there's just something about you that people, especially because they have known you before and you come through, that's why you were born with this energy, because you're meant to attract all these people to you, because you're meant to heal from it and go through these connections in order for you to, even though I know it's been really difficult and you've gone through a lot of pain in your life, this is helping you to clear a lot of stuff from you. And that's why I'm kind of getting like, you just can't be effed anymore type of energy, because you've been through a lot, I can see. So I do have a channeled message that I've channeled from your higher self and the energy I was picking up from this picture, and I'm going to take this on Patreon. You are so more than welcome to join me. Just click on the link in the next to the reading, where I'm going to put it, and come and join me on Patreon. If you like this video, please like it because it does help my content, and please leave me a comment because I always love reading your comments as well. So thank you for letting me read for you, and I'll see you on Patreon. Hey Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. So I'm going to be reading your card on my iPad, and I'm going to tune into your energy, and then I've got some tarot cards, and then I have your message, I channeled this message that will be on my Patreon, so I'll leave the link for that down below. Remember, if you want to book a personal reading with me as well, you can find my details down in the description box too. So this one was very mysterious, your energy. It's almost like I feel you're very attractive without trying. And your style is more, like, I get real neutral kind of like vibes or color palette that you like to wear. So you might wear a lot of black, you might just kind of like more muted tones or more earthy tones. There's something simple, like it's like simple, but you have a unique, I'm hearing some of you like, it's kind of like glamorous, but it's like you don't really need to try, is what I'm getting. You're very put together, but there's something that's like, the way you dress is very, it's like your body and who you are stands out to people more. And I feel like that's why maybe you wouldn't wear a lot of color, or you'll just wear something real, like, like a simple black dress, or just black clothing, or like a, like white t-shirt and like jeans, like something really like clean in the way you dress, just like muted tones is what I was getting. But it's like you're what makes people look at you. You're attractive. I hope that makes sense. Like it's like your body, and that's why you just don't need to dress very yeah, I just think you get like bright colors that you wear, like rarely. It's kind of what I'm getting. Okay, what makes you attractive? Think about your eyes. People might comment on your eyes, or there's something quite sultry or stand out. Like your eyes stand out to me, like very, very deep eyes. Like, you know, and you know a lot of shit. You know, you've also been through a lot of shit too. Yeah, you actually have, is what I'm getting. You kind of come through to like quite strong in your energy. So I feel people would feel like they're attracted to you, but maybe like from afar. Like maybe they wouldn't want to approach you because they would feel like they're not good enough, or they feel quite intimidated by your energy, is what I'm getting. So maybe I'm hearing boss bitch. It just random came through, but so I'm hearing that your hair smells really nice. I think it's funny, the stuff that comes through. Your hair smells good. So you might be like on public transport or walking past someone, and then they might like smell your hair. That's what I'm getting. It's kind of like, I kind of feel like too, it's like when I go to the like side note story, when I go to the supermarket too, I don't know about you guys, but because I'm so sensitive to smell, and like if I smell people, because I pick up on energy too, so I'm always like, oh, going to the supermarket is actually really difficult for me, because I just like, I don't want anyone in my space, or I don't want to like smell you, because I just get like so much information, and it's like, it has to be, unless it's like a good scent and a good like smell, then it's okay, because I can pick up on energy through smell. But anyway, that just comes through because it just reminded me. Yeah, going shopping at the supermarket's very, very interesting. You might relate. Anyway. Yeah, there's something kind of like cool about the way you dress too. Like, because even though I said you had that classic kind of, not classic, just that you don't really wear bright colors, but you could have something that's quite unique about the way you dress, and that stands out and people find attractive. Like how she has these kind of bold earrings, but they're still like, I feel like she's wearing like dark brown, but they're just like these brown kind of statement earrings, but still not a lot. Like you just see her and then you see whatever she's wearing after, but there's something too where you might have just something real, like a statement piece, or some of you like boots, something here where you have like a statement piece, even though like I'm still getting like it's not bright colors with you, that stands out. So people find you attractive because like your sense of style, like, yeah, you're really stylish, but it's like a different style. It's not like I don't know how to say that. I was gonna say, I just said it's not like girly style. I don't even know what that, if you know what it, well, I know what that is, but do you know what I mean? It's like, I'm probably not explaining this very well, but it's like, you know, like you wouldn't wear like I'm just gonna say, and anyone who wears this, not like, well, you wouldn't be watching this part if have you picked the wrong pile. It's like, no one ever picks the wrong pile, as long as you tune into your intuition. But it's kind of like you wouldn't wear like a pink frilly skirt. Maybe you would, but I'm just not getting that. You look like maybe like a one-off day. I don't feel like you would. It's more like just simple clothes that fit your body really well. You know, like what she's wearing pretty much is like, well, you would have seen, like, go back to the picture. It's just very clean cut. It's like quite simple, you know, and not a lot of color. Like I feel that people just look at you and you're very attractive in the way, like I said, about something about your eyes. Yeah, just being like, yeah, and it's almost like people who I said, you have an energy that's quite confident, self-assured, and you might find that people find this a little bit intimidating is what I'm getting. So yeah, let's pick some cards as well. I was getting, like, for some of you, like some type of like shamanic vibes, or something like you're really connected to something with tribal. I don't know if I said that. There's something about tribal in you. Okay, we have the okay, so we have the Two of Swords here. You have the Two of Discs in reverse. And then at the bottom of the deck, you have the Ten of Swords in reverse. So like I was saying, there was something about you connecting to I'm hearing because of what you like, connecting to your soul, because I feel like you, like I said, people don't know that you've been through a lot of challenges in your life, but there's something here where it's like what makes you attractive is, okay, so I'm hearing, so it's just coming through anyway, but you're learning how to, there's something here about you learning how to, because you've gone through some type of, you went through something where you learned how to connect more to your soul and more to yourself. But there's something about a integration of like balancing the two polarities. There's something about like you learning how to merge these two things that you've learned. So this could be in terms of like your feminine and masculine energy. So that's just, you know, it's gender neutral. It is just like there's something in you in the polarities of you went through something and you're learning how to integrate these two types. There's something about two types of energies. Because maybe you're leaning towards one. Because I do get quite a lot of don't F with me vibe. So you kind of might have went through something, so you're not really wanting anyone to kind of come around you or look at you. You might not like people looking at you. Like you might find people look at you, you might give them a dirty look. Sometimes I do that. But it's just like something about you balancing, kind of being like open to, but like flowing in these two kind of energies is what I'm getting. So as that'll mean different things to different people. But you obviously went through, like you've gone through something where there's Ten of Swords in reverse, where you healed from something. And maybe that's why you kind of like have this intimidating energy where you're like, you're not going to break my heart again, so don't look at me. Because there's something like that's very attractive about you, but it's also like you went through something and whatever happened to you to find that kind of like that peace within yourself. And now you're learning in this transition now, this next kind of stage is about you being like, okay, I can still be open again, even though I've been hurt in the past. But yeah, that's just coming through. Because it's almost like you don't you are beautiful anyway, like aesthetically, and it's like you have this energy that it's like people might not want to approach you, is what I'm getting. Yeah, interesting, because I put like because I make these, so I put the lily on her. So yeah, I just make these and put the crystals and the pictures on here. So yeah, like if you look at your picture clearly on the, and you go back to like later, but she has like the lily, and on here it's like the peace, 2 of swords on this, and the fourth deck is like the 2 swords piercing the lily, and then it says peace at the bottom. So that's interesting, because you're like, don't disturb my peace, like I'm good. And that's why kind of Spirit is saying you can still be open. You can open yourself up again, is what I'm hearing. So I'm going to read your channeled message, and let me just see if I'm getting anything else about, because I was just getting more of like that aesthetic beauty about you, but it's almost like the energy is like you're not wanting that attention. You're not wanting people to look at you because of what has happened to you. And it's like you've healed from that, and you don't want anyone disturbing your peace. You went through something and you had to transmute a lot of like pain, and now you've come out when you're good. So you're just like, I'm good over here. Yeah, I get this thing of like, don't look at me, is like what I'm getting from you. So I'm going to read this channeled message, and we're going to go a bit deeper into this reading for you. So if you want to join me on my Patreon, just click on the link. If you like this video, please like it, because it does really help my content. And if you'd like to leave me a comment, I always love reading comments. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you on Patreon.